Elevation. Cool and Dre. Big blunts, dope boys wanna smoke with me. Now we ride double M's through the whole city. Niggas talking down, but they always feel me. A 9-figure nigga, all I wanna talk is business. I seen a big mouth get a closed casket. Self-made, took over the whole racket. A kilo after kilo, see who moved them.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Goofy Investing, where we talk about investing in the stock market. Follow me on this journey where we scale to $1 million, all right? We'll see how long it takes. This video is going to be about SOFI Technologies. How did I think Q3 went? What am I doing with my shares, etc. Okay, so earnings. All right, I'm not going to get too much in the nitty and gritty because I'm pretty sure there's so much content out there, but they pretty much smashed Q3. Let's go to the financial statement. On my last video, some things that I was looking at we'll cover right now. All right, so let's see here. Let's go to net income. Let's actually pull this up as quarterly. Bear with me. We'll go down. Net income right here. You see preferred dividends. They were all those preferred shares were redeemed. Now we don't have to worry about deductions of preferred dividends that hit the net income. And with expanded margins, growth, etc., more net income coming in, these shares are going to start earning more. EPS bottom line is going to be more situated to where there's no more deduction of preferred share dividends like I anticipated, and the street cannot ignore EPS growth. Okay. Analysts and market makers, they can suppress equities for a while, and if there's something getting in the way, something material such as preferred share dividends getting in the way of net income bottom line EPS, they can delay it for as much as possible until the actual bottom line starts hitting, as you saw before. And what was a result of that? Okay, well, this stock is pretty much started to run. All right, year to date, we're up 56%. On the 1 year, we're at 126.09%. Let's look at my position real quick. All right, so I have 2,000 shares of SOFI. Equity has doubled. All right, so the last buy order, I don't have the buy orders pulled up, but another video I probably will. But I did finish this position off in June of this year. I'll admit, I thought the equity was going to run flat for the remainder of the year, and I did not anticipate the run to be this quick. Nevertheless, I had my position built out because you can't time these things, okay? You can kind of gauge timelines and kind of feel how long you think it'll take. But it's impossible. Just like timing the bottom, you're not going to be able to, you don't have a crystal ball that tells you all this stuff. So that's something to consider. Crocs is a position that I built before SOFI, and Crocs has been, it's taken a big hit. Just not too long ago, that thing was $156. I think Crocs will revert back to the mean. It'll probably go back to 150-ish in no time. But that's just my prediction. But going back to SOFI, all right, what am I doing with my position now that the equity is doubled? How do I think about this as an investor and so forth? All right. So all of these positions will multi-bag. All right. We're projecting out, 3x, 4x, 5x type positions, or else what are we doing here, right? So as a growth investor, this is how I view my shares, okay? On the first double, I consider that margin of safety. And that's not to downplay the gains, that's not to downplay the equity. This is just the mentality that I have as a growth investor. If it's up doubled, that means that 100%, I'm just considering a margin of safety. Probably intrinsic value of the unrealized pure gains is probably going to be, I don't know, maybe it's more like a 30 or 40% gain, because you keep in mind these are growth stocks. These are highly volatile. They go up, they go down, but in the long run they go up radically in a upward right direction, as as anticipate what they're supposed to do. Okay. As long as the fundamentals are in line, as long as management is doing what they're supposed to do, equity stock's going to go up. All right. So I think there was a lot of accumulation. We'll go back to the chart. There was a lot of accumulation amongst investors all throughout 2024. And so there's a lot of shareholders out there that are similar to what I'm looking at as far as the double. Now, here's my thing, all right? If you sell now, okay, all the investors, there are some investors that are trimming. That's part of their style. Maybe they got their own reasons for trimming. Maybe they're raising capital. Maybe they're trying to take some chips off the table to on a margin of safety aspect. That's their style, okay? Me, I'm not selling anything. All right, those shares are there and that's it. If I need to sell or raise capital, I'll do it via covered call options to give me a chance to not lose the equity. All right. Now, with that being said, excuse me, fresh out of surgery, you got to forgive me. All right. So with that being said, SOFI, where do I think it's going? All right. We got another month, another 30, 40 days for the end of the year. Where do I think this is going? I'm not surprised this thing lands at $17 to $20 by the end of the year due to Santa Claus rally. All right. I'm not selling any of my stake in my position. Those 2,000 shares are just going to beat, and that's it. I think there is more upside to go, and there is a possibility that there might be some traders coming in that'll shoot the equity down so institutions can come in. But I honestly don't see this thing going back to, knock on wood, I don't see this thing going back into the sevens ever again, barring some existential scenario or situation or event that happens that impacts business model. But I think that everything's looking good. SoFi is US based. They got good customers, good pipelines for customers and products for those customers, if you will. So all in all, everything's looking good. Just wanted to put out that short video on some brief thoughts on SoFi. Q3 was good, and then from there, maybe I'll do some remodeling and more research on more of my off time, if you will. With that being said, if you're getting value out of the channel, all right, if you're a SoFi investor, consider subscribing. I'm going to be following this equity for several years to come. I will be a shareholder 5, 10, 15 years, God willing, down the line, maybe even to where I got all the gray hairs and I'm more mature investor, maybe to reallocating capital at that point. But, consider subscribing to the channel, hit that bell notification. I do specialize in these mid and small cap equities. Consider my Patreon, all right? I'm always putting out exclusive videos to my Patreon members, buy and sell alerts. You get access to the hidden gem collection in a community of like-minded investors. With those hidden gems, you actually get instructionals, different spreadsheet, how to do targeting, price targeting, and you get to learn what makes stock go up fundamentally, what can make stock go down, etc. Okay. $5 a month, I think you really can't beat it. You get more direct access to me and so forth. But with that being said, thank y'all. I love y'all and enjoy the gains.